Terminator starts.
So I'd like to introduce you guys. Thanks for coming down. This is Kawaii Besu, who's been a cosplayer for the better part of a decade. Dozens of different cosplays from various platforms of the media, whether it's games, animation, whatnot. So I'll open the floor to you guys to ask any questions you have, and feel free to take over.
So being in cosplay as long as you have, from when you first started, doing your cosplay until now, have you noticed much of a difference in the community since you started until now?
Yeah, I've seen the community grow quite a lot. When I actually started cosplaying, I didn't really know that it was called cosplay, which is kind of funny. My very first convention was San Diego Comic-Con because I grew up down there, and I was actually invited to do some promotional modeling for a local animation company. And they said, if you want to, you can come dressed up. And I said, wait, I can come dressed up? Like kind of like Halloween? And they said, yeah. So I did all this research and I was so excited about it. And I chose Emma Frost from X-Men. And so I didn't really make any of the stuff that I wore, but it was still like my very first time putting together a costume and going out, and like I'm wearing a costume and I'm in public and it's not Halloween, and it was so much fun. I had such a blast that's how I got into it, but I didn't even know that it was cosplay at the time. Since then, I think that the internet, especially different fandoms, have made it really easy to kind of join in. Cosplayers will make tutorials, and that helps a lot too, because then I can say, this is how I made my horn. I used these materials that you can buy online here, and then in that way you're kind of helping the community grow from the inside. And so I've seen cosplay become very popular over the past 10 years, definitely. Yeah.
For you, I know, in the cosplay community, there's kind of like this, for a few people, where they take cosplay to a point where they almost exhaust themselves during conventions and really push themselves further than they should. I mean, in your opinion, how should that be treated, or how people should take care of themselves when they're doing this?
Yeah, cosplay for me, I think that it should be a really fun experience. No matter what you're doing, if your favorite thing about cosplay is to go to meetups, to hang out with friends, to do photo shoots and take photos and then show off your costume in that way, you should still be having fun, I think. And part of that is also taking care of yourself. And so on Instagram in my story, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, I posted remember to drink water, stay hydrated, make sure you eat, because I don't want anyone pushing themselves too far and then not enjoying the experience. Yeah. Because I think I've personally done that accidentally, and then just being oh, my feet are killing me and I haven't eaten anything today and it's 5 p.m. What am I doing, So while cosplay is really, really a fun hobby, you also have to take care of yourself to enjoy it to its fullest, I think.
How have you enjoyed the anime Milwaukee 2018 here?
It's been really, really fun. Yeah. I love conventions like this. I love to be able to walk on the floor and meet all the cosplayers and go to the events and actually just get out there and have a good time. There's a lot of conventions where my schedule is so packed, and so I try to do everything, and sometimes I don't get to everything, but this one I felt like I had a really good balance. Yeah.
Outside of cosplay and the passion of it, are there other creative outlets that you enjoy pursuing or enjoy in your spare time? Or
yeah. So before cosplay, my big hobby was actually fashion modeling. That's kind of how I got into the first couple of panels that I would present as a cosplayer at conventions are about posing and how to take really good photos and how to basically model while wearing a cosplay. And so I did fashion modeling for a few years before getting into cosplay, then realizing that being a character and kind of having a little bit of that even acting involved is really, really fun. I also I minored in oil painting in college, and so I've done some oil painting, but not since cosplay, just because it takes a lot of time and oil painting does also take quite a bit of time, and I haven't had like a studio space in a while, but hopefully I'll get back into that soon.
For you and your costume designs and the things that you create by hand, I mean, currently what is the one that may have taken you the longest to create, or you put the most effort into?
This one in particular took quite some time. I'm really proud of the craftsmanship that I have for this one. I learned a couple new skills like resin casting, so I 3D printed a star and then cast this shape in resin. I dyed the wig. I have some wings that I don't have with me, unfortunately. So I think that this cosplay I learned quite a lot, and so that's what makes, I don't know, I feel the most proud of those cosplays where I learn these new skills and then I'm successful in them, or maybe I fail, but then I kind of come back and try again. But as far as like the longest cosplay, I do have a favorite character, and so with my Widowmaker cosplay, I upgrade different pieces of it. And so if you take from the very beginning and the very first time I worked on that until like really in the future, I'll be continuing to upgrade different pieces, I think, for that one. Yeah.
Do you have any future costume or character ideas that you maybe like dream costumes that you love to get your hands on to start working on?
Costumes. Yeah. I'm still really into Overwatch, and so I love making Overwatch cosplays. I do a lot of the Widowmaker skins. I like to do Mercy and Moira as well. League of Legends, of course, they have new skins for different characters all the time, and so as far as dream cosplays go, though, oh man, I feel like I have a big list, and right now on the top of my head I can't remember any of them. Unfortunately, but I definitely have a few more planned for this year and up into the summer that I'm excited about.
Now, for people out there who are looking to maybe want to get into cosplay, or maybe who are a little timid about it, do you have any advice for them about getting into it at all?
Yeah, I have a lot of advice. Honestly, I could probably just sit here and talk for like a straight hour about that. I would say it's important not to focus on making it perfect the first time. Cosplay takes practice. It's learning new skills. It's learning how to take a flat, one-dimensional sheet of craft foam and making it three-dimensional and adding shapes and form to it. Learning how to sew. I personally took a community college class and just like an intro beginner sewing class, and I learned so much from that whenever people ask me, how do you know how to sew? That is the first thing that I say. If you can afford it, go to a community college and take a sewing class. I learned how to read patterns, seam finishes, how to hem things, even just like the basics that I didn't know about before. Of course, YouTube has a lot of really cool tutorials. I really hope to be able to give back to the cosplay community in that way also and make tutorials someday. Yeah.
For the people out there who want to follow you or find out more about you, where can they go to find out more about you?
I think every time a new social media platform comes out, I try to snag my name right away. So I'm pretty much at Kawaii Besu, just as one word across the board. So Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Occasionally I use Twitch to stream, not very often lately, but hopefully I will more in the future. I have a YouTube channel. I'm trying to do some like vlog or vlog, I don't really know, but just like videos of my convention experiences and yeah.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah.
That's all the questions I have.
Awesome.
Thank you.